Hi, this is Chris and Cassidy. We are in downtown Columbia, Alabama, and we're going to go take a short walk and check out Columbia Manor. Columbia Manor is one of the biggest haunted attractions in Alabama. People come from all over southeast Alabama, southwest Georgia, and northwest Florida to come check out Columbia Manor. And it is a really big deal. Columbia is just a tiny small town. We're just west of the state line, the Georgia state line. We're on the Alabama side. We're about 17 miles east of Dothan, Alabama. But there's not much to Columbia, but people come from all over to check out this haunted house. They've put on a huge production. You'll come out here and there'll be so many people. Sometimes you might wait in line 2.5, 3 hours just to get in, unless you buy the fast pass tickets, which I've done both. We waited in line one time for 3 hours, but it was the fastest 3 hours of my life because it's so much fun. They have characters walking around entertaining the crowd. They got movies playing. They have featured celebrities come out that do meet and greets, people that have been in horror movies and things like that. So me and Cassidy are going to take a little walk, and we're going to go check out Columbia Manor at the end of July, see what it looks like during the off season.
Hello.
Here's Cassidy, and we're going to take a little walk. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
She's got her Columbia Manor shirt on. Let's see the back of it. And I've got mine on as well. Alright, we're going to head down to 306 South Main Street in Columbia. And here we are at Columbia Manor. Right out front, here's the parlor. And the parlor is used, this is usually where they host the guest celebrities that come in. And I believe this year, 2019, they're going to have Andrew Bryan-Yarsky, who played Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake.
I think I saw a wolf spider just a minute ago.
Oh, really?
He was right over here. Oh, I see him.
But they have a really large roped off area. Oh, yeah.
He's a wolf spider.
And as you can see, here's the house. And we'll go up and take a look. Now this house does not look very big from the outside, but it is actually really, really big on the inside. It's like 2 stories, and it goes on for a good while. So when you go through the haunt, you go through the house, but that's only about half of the attraction. They have a lot going on outside once you get outside of the house itself.
Maybe less longer.
Now, aside from just being a haunted attraction, there is a story associated that the house is supposedly haunted itself. And the story has been featured on the Biography Channel on My Ghost Story, a TV show on Biography Channel. But the house was built in the 1860s, and at one time it became a sanitarium for quarantine of patients that suffered from pellagra. So there's a lot of sick people here dying. And as the story goes, there was also a doctor and a nurse that were involved in an affair. And when that became public knowledge, when the public found out, supposedly the nurse hung herself right inside that door in the front foyer. And they say that the chandelier swings unexplainably at times, and that the doctor involved shot himself in the head and killed himself in the front room, which I believe is right through that window right there. And supposedly people still see the doctor walking the halls of the house as well as on the property. Back here you can see the large screen. This is used to entertain the people waiting in line. As you can see, this large roped off area, but they'll be playing movies and videos and stuff while people wait.
you hear that music?
You heard music?
Mhm.
Back here is the clown house, and that's used as kind of,
Yeah.
they built that a couple of years ago as an add-on to the house, and so it's kind of something to do when you're waiting in line. Once you get to a certain point through the line, you go through the clown house, and then you come out and get back in line before you go through the main house. Now, this building that I'm coming up to now, this is basically just like the ticket house where you come buy your tickets. Peeking through the window here. Yeah, this is the ticket area. It's a creepy old truck. But yeah, Columbia Manor is a big attraction that people come from all over for. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's somebody creepy up in the upstairs window of the ticket house.
There's a pumpkin.
I don't know how well he shows with the limited light. Can I see the lantern? See if that helps at all. There's some sort of ghoul upstairs with a jack-o'-lantern. Now, Cassie's been through Columbia Manor, and what did you think?
I thought it was really, really cool. I liked it.
You weren't really scared, though, were you?
Mm-mm.
We got some good pictures of you with Freddie and a nurse from Silent Hill.
Yeah.
And here we are, out front of the ticket booth. Oh, there's somebody creepy sitting in the chair there.
Security cameras and use. They may be watching us. But they're probably sleeping.
While we're in there, I think that's the same window we were just looking at. Well, that's basically the gist of it. I think we'll walk back around to the front of the main house. So what you think?
I like it.
Are you ready to come back in October?
Mm-hmm.
I know I am.
You betcha.
We've come a number of years in a row here, and it's always a really good time. They put on quite a show, quite a production. And I've met the owner a couple of times, and they're really good folks. And we're lucky to have one of the best haunts in Alabama so close to home. And we have a couple. I mean, one in Dothan, the Frightmares, is fantastic, and it's not too far to the Greenville Haunted Firehouse. That's a little bit of a drive, but well worth it. But that is Columbia Manor. Do you remember what were some of your favorite parts of Columbia Manor?
The clown house, definitely. Taking pictures with the other little guys, you know. Everything, I guess.
Do you remember the room where you have to go through and there's little girls asking to stay to play with them, and you have to crawl through the fireplace in that room?
I love that.
That's
Except
creepy,
for
isn't it?
one of those haunted houses, when we went there and we had to crawl through that, and there was like little electric things, those were busting my eardrums. Everything there.
That was somewhere else.
I know,
That was at Pope's Haunted Farm.
Yeah, at those places, I really didn't like it because it kept busting my eardrum, and all I kept hearing was ringing in my ears.
Yeah.
I couldn't really hear that well.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say about it before we get on out the way?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, that's it. October can't get here fast enough, can it?
Now, did you hear the music?
Yeah, I think that's the neighbors. All right. Until next time, we'll have footage. We'll come film when the crowds are out in October, when we're ready to go through.